So you're in your 40s and you feel like your body just stopped listening to you. You're not imagining it and you're not broken. Here's the pain point I hear more than any other. Woman after woman, I'm doing the same things I've always done, same workouts, same eating, and none of it works anymore. The weight sits differently. It shows up around the middle, even when the scale hasn't moved much. The energy from hard workouts isn't there like it used to be, and maybe, worst of all, there's this quiet fear underneath it. It's just what getting older feels like now. Is this it? Right? I want to name that feeling directly because it deserves to be named. It's not failure. It's not laziness. It's not letting yourself go. What you're feeling has a real psychological explanation. And once you understand it, the frustration starts to make sense. And so does the way forward. Let's talk about what's actually happening. Starting in your late 30s and accelerating through your 40s, estrogen and progesterone begin shifting, often years before anyone tells you the word perimenopause. That hormonal shift does three concrete things to your body. First, it changes where you store fat. Estrogen used to help direct fat storage toward your hips and thighs. As it drops, more of it gets redirected into your abdomen. That's why the same workout, same food can produce a different shape than it did 5 years ago. It's not that you're doing something wrong. Your internal chemistry changed the rules. Second, you're losing muscle faster than you did in your 30s. After 40, most women lose somewhere around 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade if they're not specifically working to preserve it. And muscle is metabolically expensive tissue. It's a huge part of what keeps your metabolism running. Less muscle means fewer calories burned at rest, even if your activity level hasn't changed at all. Third, cortisol, your stress hormone. It tends to run higher and stay elevated longer in this decade. Between careers hitting their most demanding years, kids at their most demanding ages, aging parents, and disrupted sleep. Many women in their 40s are carrying a stress load their body didn't carry in their 20s. And chronically high cortisol makes it easier to store fat, especially around the midsection, and also harder to recover from workouts. So when you put these three things together, hormonal shift, muscle loss, and higher stress, you get exactly what so many women describe. Doing the same things, getting different results, and feeling like your body has quietly turned against you. Here's the part that matters most. This is not a life sentence. It's a signal to change strategy, not to give up. The workouts that built your fitness in your 20s and 30s were built for a different hormonal environment. That doesn't mean exercise stops working. It means the type of exercise that gives you the best return on your effort has changed. The single highest leverage shift for most women in this decade is prioritizing strength training, real resistance training, not just movement or cardio. Building and preserving muscle does double duty. It directly counters the muscle loss that's slowing your metabolism, and it improves how your body handles blood sugar and stress hormones. 2 to 3 sessions a week of lifting weights, pushing yourself to real effort will do more for how you feel and how your body responds than another hour on the treadmill. That doesn't mean cardio is useless. It's still great for your heart and your mood. But if you only have time for one thing, strength training earns that spot in your 40s. The second shift is protein. Most women are chronically under-eating protein relative to what their body actually needs to preserve muscle during this hormonal transition. Aiming for roughly enough protein to hit each meal with a real source, not an afterthought, makes a measurable difference in how your body responds to the training you're doing. And the third shift, the one people skip because it feels less like fitness, is managing that cortisol load. Sleep, recovery, and stress aren't wellness extras in your 40s. They are performance variables. If you're lifting weights and eating well, but running on 5 hours of sleep and constant stress, your body will hold on to fat regardless of how hard you're training. This is the decade where recovery stops being optional. So, if you take one thing from this, the plan that worked for you at 30 is not a broken version of the plan that should work now. It's simply the wrong plan for this new chemistry. You're not failing at the old strategy. Need a new one, built for what your body is actually doing right now. That's genuinely good news because it means there's a clear, specific direction. Lift heavier, eat enough protein, protect your sleep and your stress levels. and give it real time, because hormonal adaptation doesn't happen in 2 weeks. It happens over months. You are not too old for this. You are not broken. You are in a different phase of one long changing relationship with your own body. And this phase has its own rules. Learn them, and you can absolutely feel strong, capable, and at home in your body again. If this resonated with you, that's your sign to start with the highest leverage change first. Pick up something heavy twice this week and see how you feel a month from now. I'm Coach Marcellus, and I hope to see you again.